One of the biggest excuses that I hear for not working out is that I don't have time. So I want to dive into breaking down how you can get an exercise routine done in just 30 minutes a day that'll progress you towards your goals. Is it going to be perfect? No. Is it going to be doable? Yes. Is it going to be something that you can repeat and use this framework to make sure that you can knock down exercise for 30 minutes a day no matter what? Absolutely it is. So let's dive into it. First and foremost, the structure is set up like this. You're going to have essentially three things that you're doing, okay? First and second exercise, perhaps you go push-pull, perhaps you go upper-lower, perhaps you go bicep, tricep, chest, back, you go, single leg to single arm. Doesn't really matter. You're going to superset the first two exercises. So what this is going to look like is perhaps you go, dumbbell. So you go dumbbell chest press, right? And then you have dumbbell bent over rows. Okay, and these are going to be a superset. So what this is going to be, 1A and 1B refers to having a superset. And maybe this is, at both of these, this is like, hey, it's, you got 10 reps of dumbbell chest press, and then you have 12 reps of dumbbell bent over rows, and then you're going to do that by 3. Let's go 3 sets with 90 seconds. 90 seconds between each set. Okay, so what this is going to look like is, first and foremost, you're going to have chest press and then dumbbell bent over rows. Maybe it's the same weight, maybe it's a different weight. It doesn't really matter at this point, but you're going to have that, and you're going to do the exercise and then have the rest after. So it'll be exercise 1 immediately into exercise 2, followed by 90 seconds. So like, let's say that exercise 1 and exercise 2 takes a minute. So we have 3 rounds of that. So that's going to be 3 minutes, right? Plus then 90 seconds times 3. So then that's 4.5 minutes, okay? So altogether, this top right here, this may take you 7.5 minutes, okay? So after we're done with 7.5 minutes, you're gonna go straight into, from that 90-second last rest, right? 1, 2, 3, that last rest is gonna go into this second thing. Maybe you're like, that's kind of upper body. Let's go with something lower body. We're gonna have something like more of a strength portion, I guess you could say. And let's say it's, Bulgarian split squat, okay? And it's like 6 each side. So 6 each leg with 60 seconds between, okay? Between sets, not between sides. So you'll maybe have this 6 each leg, and so let's say the 6 takes 30 seconds, right? And then the 6 on one side takes 15 to 20 seconds, second 15 to 20 seconds. So you set, we say 1 minute per set. We've got 3, right? 6 each leg with 6 seconds in between, by 3 sets. Okay, so we've got maybe 3 minutes of work here, right? So we got 3 minutes of work again, and then we have 60 seconds in between. That's another 3 minutes of work, okay, of rest, excuse me. And so that altogether is 6 minutes, okay? And so then so far here, right, 6 and 7 is 13.5, so 13.5 minutes. Now, granted, this is not to do with warm-up, dynamic, cardio, steady state, what have you. But like, let's say that this is the dealio. So right now we're at 13.5 minutes. Then the third thing that I want you to do, no matter what, is to go interval weight training. Okay, so you're going to have a superset followed by then just a strength portion. Heart rate is going to be higher here. Strength portion is going to be a little bit heavier, something that's not going to be more cardiovascular. It's going to be more strength. You can actually switch this with the superset if you want. I would say superset, strength, and then IWT, because IWT is going to be pretty conditioning based after the strength. It's kind of a combination of the conditioning and the strength. So you've got a superset, you've got some sort of strength, and then IWT is set up like this. It's technically what's called a couplet, which is just a superset, right, with a certain amount of rest periods. But usually the reason that it's interval weight training is you have right? You have two things, and typically it's going to be some sort of strength, right? Not volume strength, but just some sort of strength. So like, let's say maybe this is, we got Bulgarian split squats. There, we're gonna say, hey, let's do, barbell deadlifts, right? By 6 to 8 reps, followed by, you're going to have some sort of strength, and then the B part is going to be the conditioning. This is usually monostructural cardio, so this could be a bike, this could be a sandbag walk, this could be burpees, this could be jumping jacks, this could be double unders, single unders, running, concept 2, a ski. It could be kind of anything, but it's going to be monostructural, meaning it's only one thing. You're not like rotating in between different things. You're usually on the IWT going to have some sort of strength followed immediately by a timed interval instead of a rep interval, a timed interval of 60 to 90 seconds. And for ease of this, we're just going to say 60, okay? But it's usually 60 to 90 seconds of, let's just say running, right? And then the rest after this is always going to be the exact same. And let's say that this is perhaps 2-minute rest. Okay, so for interval weight training, it's going to be a couplet. You got a strength followed by some sort of monostructural cardio, followed by an immediate rest, and then when the rest is over, you're going to go back through. So it's very similar to a superset. The difference is strength, and this is always going to be strength and some sort of conditioning, right? And it shouldn't be super complex, right? But you could switch out and do like clean and jerks. You could do thrusters. You could do anything here that's even loaded with the barbell but is more conditioning based. That'll work too. That's absolutely something that can happen. Regardless though, you're going to want to set it up like this. And so let's say that, IWT you finish and this is a couplet by 3 rounds. Okay, so let's just do the math real quick. 6 to 8 reps will take you about 30 seconds, and then let's say we're resting 60 seconds. So this right here is 1.5 minutes, right? And then this is 2 minutes. So that looks like 3.5 minutes, right? Times 3. Okay, so what is this? 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 0.5 is 1.5. So we got 9 and I can't add there. 9 and 1.5 equals 10.5 minutes, right? And then if we're to take, hey, we've got 13. Whoa, I wrote up. My B. We got 13.5 and we got 10.5, which means that this right here is going to be 24 minutes, right? 23.5, 0.5, 24 minutes flat, right? For all of this work, right? So just so that I have that right, you've got, this will take 30 seconds, right? Let's say that these take 30 seconds to do 6. And then you've got 60 seconds of running, 1.5 minutes immediately in a 2-minute rest, 3.5 minutes times 3, right? 9, 9, and then 1.5, so 10.5 minutes plus a 13.5, that'd be 24 minutes flat. Now, the desire for this kind of thing, when you're in your spot where you're tough on time, but you want to progress and more than just like, hey, I want to move. Because if you just want to move, you can do anything monostructural. You can do, Z presses for time. You can do devil's presses for time. You could do just walking lunges. You could do sprints, anything like that. But if you're like, hey, I want to continue to get some weight training, I have access to it. It's right here in my garage gym, my hotel gym, down the hallway at my apartment gym. All good there. You can get all of this done. Literally, all of this added up is 24 minutes. Okay, so we've got the 3 minutes of work, right? We've got the 3 minutes of work, and we're going chest press into bent over rows. Let's say that takes a minute to do, right? And then we have 90 seconds. So we got 3 minutes of work, and then 4.5 minutes for rest, right? So we got 7.5. Go back to the Bulgarian split squats. We were looking at 3 minutes of work, 3 minutes rest, so 6, right? Boom, 13.5. And then we just went over IWT, so 24 minutes. If you want to make this 30, I would probably, if I'm going to change anything in here, what I would probably do is just IWT, just jack that up one more. And yeah, then you're looking at like, add another 3.5 minutes, that's 27.5. And then if you want to go, 4 4 rounds of IWT, and then add another set of Bulgarian split squats. Beautiful. This is not going to be perfect. This is not going to be something that's going to get you uber ripped right now all over the place, but it is something that will get you rolling, and it's something that will help in a pinch, right? If you can understand the framework of going superset, right, into, so we got superset, strength, right? So superset with weights, into strength, into IWT. If you can do that, then you can literally make anything work at any time, regardless of what you got going on. So I hope that helps. If it doesn't, don't know what to tell you. Let me know if there's anything that you want to hear. DM on Instagram is going to be the easiest way for that to happen. Not the comment section below, not my Facebook Messenger, not a carrier pigeon, not showing up anywhere. DM me on Instagram if there's anything that you want to see, and let's rock and roll from there.